Good morning, traders. It's June 8th. It's the Tuesday, and this is an update on AirCanada stock. Let's get started. Quick disclaimer that this is just how I see the markets. This is not a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any securities. I'm going to start on a weekly chart. And a few weeks ago, let's be correct here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, I informed you about this one. This was a beautiful signal that was received on this amazing area, our bullseye area that I always mention. And this signal, it took a little bit to work out, but nevertheless, it was a perfect signal. There was a perfect pin bar that started off this whole chain from $24 up to $28, which we reached today. And we are finally at our target, which was $28, and right now it's around that $28-$20 but range. But we did reach today $28, as I mentioned. The most important thing is to understand that if you're trading something, you have to have patience. Market will work out the way the market works, and you can't change much. You don't have much control over it. You just kind of follows what the market is telling you. And market gave us a crumb, and this was that crumb right there. That was a signal. And if you were patient enough, you got that $4 profit, like I did. I was waiting for the market to do its own thing, and we are finally now at $28, and it's possible that it's going to continue on even more. I just now need to see the market breaks out of this area here, and then again breakout, pull back, and then continuation. If that happens, we can see progress again into a positive from there. Let me switch to daily chart and explain what happened here, basically. So from here to here, that was that pin bar. So we had a little kind of a tiny neck right there, and then we had the body, right? And this was the signal on a weekly chart. The market broke the top of the pin bar, and the market took off. Didn't go too far, started coming down again, retested this area, $24. This is what the market does all the time. You guys always have to have patience when you do stuff. Once we reached that area, we got this indecision candle right here. This was a doji. Okay, this was not a pin bar. And then you got another signal to re-enter the market on this beautiful engulfing bar. Once the top of the engulfing bar was broken, which is right here, the market, so with this candle right here, market took you in, and you, if you're patient enough, you start waiting for the market to do its own thing. Okay, problem that I see with a lot of traders is the impatience, and people want to get the results right away, which is not possible. It just doesn't work that way. It's just sometimes, in some cases, it will work out, and it will just market will just take off, and in some cases the market will just have a little bit of struggle, but eventually it will work out and do its own thing. All we can do is as a traders that read the charts, basically, is to do everything that's in our power to find these right areas, these bullseye areas. As I mentioned, this was our bullseye, $24. So this was our support area. We were waiting for the market to bounce from there, and that's what exactly market did. Once the top of that candle was broken, we just took off. And so all we can do is basically technically look at all the perspectives. Pardon me. We can technically look at all the perspectives of the market. We can find these areas. We can make a decision, and then once we are in trade, we have to have patience for the market to work out. And today, if we can see here, the market today is reached 28.06. This candle here is not yet closed. It could even go further than that, and I think it will continue on. Pardon me, we did reach our target, and That's exactly what we were waiting for. So now let me explain what happened after this here. So let me just clear. Okay. When market took off, we had a trend which was in a positive or bullish trend. We had a signal, okay, and we had a support area. So that's three things that we are always looking to trade with, okay. Also, look at the size of this candle. So size of the candle here, and look at the profit area. So we have risk reward ratio on our side too. So this is the size of the candle that we are risking. All right. And this is the profit. So definitely 2 to 1 risk reward ratio here with this candle entry. Okay. So that's great. All right. Same thing was happening here, just a little bit less, but around 2 to 1 risk reward ratio. So once the market took off, we had this area that I was warning you that it might stall, and that's exactly what happened when the market was going, just stopped here for a while and just moved on. Okay, so when we had this move right here, all right, we created this candle, which was the highest candle right there at the moment. Okay, and then we got this big red candle here, and this is the top that I marked with this line of this candle because it made a higher high than this previous candle, and also created a lower low than the previous candle. So basically this candle is more important than this one here. Okay, the reason why, because basically it engulfs the previous candle, so creates the higher high and a lower low. All right, so this is high, this is low. All right, so this is low, this is the high of the candle. As you can see, it basically fully engulfs the candle previous. All right, this becomes very significant to me because now I need to see where the market is going to go from there. All right, so for me, I pull the lines basically on top of the candle, right? So that becomes my resistance. All right, I still targeting this area here. This is my target. Okay, don't confuse that. All right, but just to read what the market is doing, so I would mark the top of this candle and mark the bottom of this candle, so that becomes a resistance and support. Okay, and then the next day we get this inside candle basically telling us, inside candle basically tells us that market is indecision. All right, sometimes market moves like this, moves like that, and then it goes into sideways move like it's doing right here, and then moves on, and then it goes in sideways move like that, and then moves on. Okay, so that's how market can move, or it can move like this. Okay, it can make these nice peaks and valleys. Okay, so which are our previous resistance turning support, and so on and so forth. We buy into these areas from this area here. Okay, same goes for this kind of stuff. So when we move up, we go sideways. When we get the signal to move in, okay, the market moves on to the next area, creates this sideways movement or consolidation. We wait for the market to give us a signal, and then we buy in, and then we can move on. Okay, so that's the kind of things that are happening. So that's exactly what happened at this area here. So now that we have defined resistance and support, we had an inside candle, so we know that the market is indecision. Okay, and there's another inside candle, and then another almost an inside candle. What this candle is telling us, and it's very significant, that it tried to break below. All right, we can see this little wick right there. Okay, it's trying to break below this line here, the bottom of this candle here. However, okay, so we can see that the bears were strong at the moment. Okay, they were trying to break out from this area. Okay, but the bulls were not letting the price to close below the area. Okay, they were not letting the price below to close, and that's very significant. Okay, it's significant in the sense that market is telling us that the bulls are still fully in control. The bears are basically just taking a little bit of profit or just testing the market to see if it's going to break to the downside. All right, what happens the next day? All right, so this one here, is not a pin bar. This is not a pin bar. The body of this candle is outside the body or the wick of the previous candle. So this is not a pin bar. All right, this is not a pin bar. However, the next day we get this beautiful pin bar. This is a pin bar, like a school pin bar. You can't ask for better than that. You know, so no wick on top, huge wick on the bottom. Okay, testing this support area. And how do we know this is a support area? Well, we marked it before. Okay, we know that it was support because the price was not able to break on a previous candle, and then bears make their final move. Okay, they push the price very much below this area here. So look at the wick, right? But the bulls are so strong, we know that we are in an uptrend. Okay, we know that we are in an uptrend. The bulls push the price right above this line here. As you can see, this is the support. We marked it a long time ago. Okay, and then price closes above. This is a typical situation in a market where market is telling you, hey, listen, you know, I'm still bullish, so don't give up on me. If you didn't buy into this market, this is your opportunity to rebuy into this market. So let's say if you didn't buy on the spin bar here, or you didn't buy into this market with this engulfing bar, this is a pin bar to buy in. So this is a pin bar to buy in. And again, the size of the candle, again, if you buy in here, it's giving you two. This is the two. So two candles can fit in there to this target over there, and just one candle you're risking. So again, we have a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. You have a support, you have a signal, and you have a trend. Four things that we are looking for to get in the market, and you can't ask for a better or perfect position than that. Okay, the next day market breaks the top of this candle and you're in the trade. Okay, once again, bears tried to one last time to break the price below. Bulls were way stronger, created again another pin bar here. This is a pin bar, more of a doji bar, but you know, it is a pin bar, and it's telling us that the price went below and they were not able to hold the price, and the bulls pushed the price up, and then right after this candle the market just took off. And today we are sitting at the 28.20 price. We are just shy about I think 4 cents from the perfect target that we were looking for to reach, or around that area. So this is how the market works. This I explained in a very plain English how this whole thing worked out. And if you were looking for signals to get in the trade, guys, I gave you three of them. It's just I think Lee asked about this pin bar here. This is a perfect pin bar, and the definition of the pin bar is this. Okay, this is the candle. Okay, this is the wick, and this is the wick. Okay, so this is a normal candle. The next candle, it doesn't matter where, as long as the body of this candle is within the previous candle, okay, and has a long wick and a very small body, this is the pin bar, and this is a typical pin bar. So the body is within the body and the whole candle. So this is the wick, and the body of this candle here. Okay, so this body here is within the previous candle. Okay, previous candle, not the body of candle, just previous candle. So this is the whole previous candle. We have the body of the spin bar within the previous candle over there. So that's a typical pin bar. And there you go. Right after that, the market takes off, and we are, well, live on this candle here, but this is our target, and we pretty much reached that target. I mean, you can't expect it to be always, you know, like to the point, but you know, I think it's going to continue on still today. But you know, nevertheless, we are there. And you were looking for the profits. Well, you know, you took your profit from here, either from here, or you bought in on $24, and the market just took off in the right direction. And that's what's happening at the AirCanada right now. What's next for it? Let me just clear this. What's next for AirCanada? Well, what we need to see is the market to break out of this area. So this $28, 28, 24, around that area, guys. Okay, breakout, pulls back, all right, to this area, give us some kind of a signal, all right, to take off from there, and we can buy in again, continuing on to $31. That's our next target. Okay, so simple as that explanation, and you can see again 4 things working in your favor. And once again, I'm going to repeat that. You need a trend, you need support, you need a resistance. Resistance is our target, support is our buy-in area or bullseye area. Okay, so this is the bullseye area. All right, and then you need a signal to buy into the market, which is right here or something like this. Okay, so these are 2 signals we are looking into to buy into markets. Okay, from the area that we need to know where to buy in. So this is a buy-in area. So that's what we got. We got a signal. We had a trend. We had a support. And then we had the size of the candle here. If we measure it, okay, it's double the size to the top here. So this is a risk reward ratio called. Okay, so this would be kind of a 1, 2 sizes of the candle. So this is what you're risking here, and this is what you're looking for to gain. So this is 1 candle, 2 candles. Okay, so this is basically your risk reward ratio. So this is 1 and 1 and 1. So we have 2 to gain over 1 to risk. Okay, so that's basically how it is. This is what you're looking at, and if you look at the size of this candle here, basically to the top from here, you have 2 definitely the 2 sizes of this candle to risk, basically. So 2 to 1 again ratio is over here if you entered on the spin bar. So you had 3 opportunities in the last couple of weeks to get good money out of this market, and you can basically do the same thing with any kind of a chart. It's just as long as you're looking at the right stuff. So this is how I see AirCanada. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching my videos. I would like to see more subscribers come in because the things I explain and nobody explains on the web, and at least not for free. And this is kind of a knowledge that you can't get anywhere else. So once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for clicking that like button. Good job, Lee, on recognizing that pin bar. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you soon. This is Sasha. Peace out.